Good morning, students. Today I will be continuing with remaining conditional statements available in C++. In our last class, we learned about what are conditional statements. As the name indicates, a conditional statement involves a condition. The condition can be either a relation and expression or a logical expression which gives the value either true or false. If the condition is true, we'll execute some set of statement. If the condition is false, we'll execute another set of statement. And as an example, we studied one such type of conditional statement, that is if statement. An if statement has several forms. We learned about the different forms of if statement, namely simple if else statement, nested if, else if ladder. And we discussed about how these different forms of if statement can be used in program. For every form of if statement, I explained with one simple example program. Our objective of today's session is to learn about another important conditional statement called switch statement. And in addition to that one, we'll be learning about three important statements: break statement, continue statement, along with an exit statement. So at the end of today's session, you will be learning about why we need switch statement. What is the necessity or purpose of switch statement in a programming? We will be also learning about, or you should be in a position to understand the usage of break, continue, and exit statement, and how to write simple program using switch statements. A switch statement is an extension of if-else statement. Why it is called an extension of if-else statement is, an if-else statement is a two-way decision-making statement. In an if-else statement, if the condition is true, we'll execute one branch. We'll take the branch to one set and execute one set of statement. If the condition is false, then we'll take the branch to another part and execute another set of statement. So only you have two branches, one branch corresponding to true, the other branch corresponding to false. But in many situations, we need multiple branches. A situation may arise where several branches, instead of only two branches, we have several branches, and whichever branch we are taking, we want to execute some set of statement. For such situation, switch statement will be useful. A switch statement permits any number of branches, not only two. The branch we are taking in the switch statement depends on either an integer variable or an integer expression. Since we can take multiple branches, a switch statement, we call it as a multi-way decision-making statement. Wherever we are using if-else ladder, in such places, we can use a switch statement. Therefore, a switch statement can be considered as an alternate way of alternate way to if-else ladder. In an if-else ladder, what happens is, you are checking a condition, true means block 1. Otherwise, you check the second condition, true means next block. Otherwise, you check the second condition. So there also there are many branches. The branch we are taking depend on one particular condition. So in the case of if-else ladder, we move to check the next condition only if the previous condition is false. This is the general format or general syntax of switch statement: switch, expression, case value 1, block 1 break, case value 2, block 2 break, default block break, and statement text. Now we'll explain how a switch statement works. First, an expression is considered. First, an expression is evaluated. Expression means it could be either an integer variable or it could be an integer constant, integer expression, or it could be a character constant. Now what happens is that after evaluating that expression, the value of the expression is compared with value 1. If the expression value is equal to value 1, then all the statements contained in block 1 are executed. Then the break statement at the end of the block 1 terminates the switch statement and the control goes to the statement text. On the other hand, the expression value does not matches with value 1. Then it checks whether the value of the expression matches with value 2. If it is true, then the statement contained in block 2 are executed. Again, the break statement at the end of block 2 terminates the switch statement. The control returns to statement text. So like that, the value of the expression is compared in one particular order with value 1, value 2, value 3, etc. But in some situation, what happens is the value of the expression does not matches with any of the values like value 1, value 2, etc. In that case, it will automatically execute all the statement contained in the default block, and the break statement terminates the switch statement. Again, the control returns to the statement X. So here I told earlier the value 1, value 2, value 3, etc. we are using in a switch statement. They are considered as case labels. And the expression could be either an integer variable or an integer expression or a character constant or a character expression. Next, block 1, block 2 default block may include one statement or any number of statements. Sometimes no statement is also allowed. So it could be either 0 statement or more statement. But in case of switch statement, one advantage when compared to if-else adder is, in case of if-else adder, you check a condition. The condition is true. Suppose we need to execute more than one statement. In that case, all the statements that need to be executed whenever the condition is true, you have to enclose it within two braces. But in switch statement, braces are not required. So whenever the value of the expression matches with any of the case label, then all the statements contained in the corresponding block till the break statement is encountered are executed. So no need to put the braces. Therefore, a switch statement is considered to be more precise and more convenient way to achieve multi-way decision. When a switch statement is executed, the value of the expression is compared successively, one after the first the expression value is compared with value 1. If does not match it, then it is compared with value 2 and so on. Successively again, the values value 1, value 2, etc. If a case is found whose value matches with the value of the expression, then the block of statement that follows that case are executed. The break statement at the end of each block indicate that we are terminating, indicate the end of the particular case and results in exit from the switch statement. In case of switch statement, default label is not compulsory. That can be used when the value of the expression does not match with any of the previous labels. We consider one simple example to illustrate switch statement or equal to n%10. Assume that n is an integer variable. Suppose whatever number you are giving, so it will divide that number by 10 and take out the remainder, and the remainder is stored in the variable called r. Suppose the number you are giving is 1234. So n value will be 1234. 1234 and divided by 10. What's the remainder? Definitely it is 4. Now what happens? R value becomes 4. Now switch based on the value of r. So r value is compared with first with 0. So in the example I have given 1234, r value will be 4. So case 0 false, case 1 false, case 2 does not match, case 3 does not match. So r value now is equal to 4 means in that case the corresponding block. See out last digit is 4 is executed and the break statement terminates the switch statement. In the next example, next execution, if you give the value of n equal to 223. Now 123 when divided by 10, the remainder is 3. So r value will be 3. In that case, it matches with the fourth label, that is case 3, and print the output as last digit is 3. So basically, what this program is doing is it print the last digit of the given number in words. So here, see out last digit is 0 followed by break. That the last digit is 0 corresponds to block 1. Here what happens is every block consists of only one statement. There are more than one statement also. You write it one below the other one without putting it in the braces. Second example. So here I will show how switch statement, in the case of switch statement, the expression could be a character constant. C in X. So you have to input one character for X. Any character available on the keyboard, you can press it. The corresponding character will be assigned to the variable X. Next, check whether the character you are pressing matches with capital A, small a, or capital E or small e. Like that you can check it, but here I give only 2. Then A, E, I, capital I, small I, capital O, small o, capital U, small u. So if the matches with any of these 10 letters, then you print the message as it is an oval. Otherwise, you display the message as it's not an oval, it's a consonant. So X could be here in the case of this example, X is a character constant. This is a flowchart illustrating switch statement. You can see here you don't have only 2 branches, you have many branches. In the first branch, they're executing block 1. When the branch is taken to second case, it executes the block 2. Then like that will proceed. If the value of the expression does not match with anyone, means automatically the branch goes to the default block. All the statement contain the default block are executed. Then out of several blocks, only one will be executed, just similar to your if-else ladder. After executing the corresponding block, the control goes to the statement X. I told you now, a switch statement is an alternate way for if-else ladder. In if-else ladder also we have many conditions, and whichever condition is true, the corresponding block is executed. The switch statement also does the same thing, but their usage and syntax will be different. If the switch statement is not there, means we can achieve the objective of switch statement using if-else ladder as follows. If expression equals to value 1, then block 1. So since more than one statement is there, in case of if-else ladder, we need to enclose them between two braces, else. Then if expression equals to 2, then block 2. Like that, go on checking one by one. Finally, else execute the default block and control goes to the statement X. So this is same switch statement I have replaced with if-else ladder. Now we will consider 3 more statements that are very, very useful. Break statement, continue statement, and exit statement. Break statement may be present inside switch statement, any of the looping statement like while loop, for loop, do loop that I'm going to explain in the next class. If it is present inside any one of these 4, then automatically it terminates. If it is present inside the loop, it terminates the loop. If it is present inside the switch statement, it terminates the switch statement. A break statement may be present inside a nested loop. Sometimes what happens is one loop may be present inside another loop. So such a looping we call it as a nested loop. In case of nested loop, if a break statement is present, then it takes an exit only from the loop containing it. It will not exit from the both the loops. If it is present inside the loop, it takes an exit from the inside loop, and the execution continues with the outer loop. Continue statement, what happens is, whenever a continuous statement is encountered, especially with respect to looping statement, then all the statements that appear after the continuous statement will not be executed only for that iteration. But the loop is not terminated. The loop continues with next value of the control variable called I. Suppose when while I less than or equal to 5, when I equal to 3, some kind of, if you encountered a condition, and if the condition is true, if you use a continuous statement, then in that case what happens is the loop is not stopped. All the statements that present after the continuous statement will be skipped only for that step, but the loop continues the next value for I equal to 4, 5, etc. An exit statement is generally used to exit from the program itself. Whenever an exit statement is encountered, the program is terminated and the control returns to the operating system itself. A break statement gives an exit from the loop containing it or exit from the switch statement. Whereas an exit statement terminates the program and the control automatically returns to your operating system. Okay, friends, in today's class, I discussed about switch statement, how to use switch statement, the general syntax, and example program. In addition to that one, we also learned about the differences among break statement, continue statement, and exit statement. So these are some of the review questions based on today's class. Explain with an example, switch statement in C++, differentiate break, continue, and exit statement. Explain with general syntax and a flowchart, switch statement. Illustrate with an example, how switch statement can be replaced with if-else ladder. So based on today's class, I have framed some simple multiple choice questions. In a switch statement, a break statement at the end of each block, what does it do? It terminates the switch statement. Terminates the statement, terminates the switch statement, terminates the program, and none of these. The correct answer is B. The statement which present takes the control to the operating system is definitely it is exit. So the correct answer is B. In a switch statement, expression can be integer expression, integer variable, character constant, both A and B, and only A. So the correct answer is both A and B, because it could be character constant also. The correct answer is C. Identify the wrong statement. A switch statement is a multi-way decision-making statement, true. Continuous statement terminates the loop. Continuous statement never terminates the loop. It only skips the statement present after the continuous statement only for that iteration, but the loop continues with the next iteration. That's a wrong statement. Default is an optional case label, that is also true. Switch statement is a conditional statement. That is also true. The correct answer is D. Which of the following statement skips all the statement for the current iteration? Just now I will explain. It is the continuous statement. The correct answer is D. So, students, I'm going to conclude today's class now. If you have any doubts, you can either WhatsApp me or you can send your questions to my email or you can post your comment in the comment section also. In the live class Google Meet, if you have any doubt, I will try to clear all your doubts. Thank you.